Some places just attract a specific type of performer. New York is where Broadway singers and dancers end up. Nashville is the homeland of country music, and Los Angeles and California is where hopeful and aspiring actors just seem to end up. Las Vegas is also known for its live performers. While the glitz and glam of showgirls, neon signs, and casinos is definitely a large part of the city's identity, one form of live entertainment has stood the test of time and become synonymous with the name Las Vegas, drawing in millions of entertained crowds every single year. I know what you're thinking, and yes, it's magic. The history of magicians in Las Vegas is fascinating, and the road to Las Vegas becoming a home for magic is a story worth telling. So with that, my name is Braden Carlisle, and you're watching A History of Magic, and this is How Did Vegas Become a Mecca for Magic? In spring of 1941, Las Vegas looked very, very different than it does today. In fact, it only had 2 casinos, it was a giant pile of sand, and it had a long way to go before it became the entertainment capital that its founders saw that it could be. However, it was this spring that a special performer would arrive on the Las Vegas scene and change everything forever. This performer was 19-year-old Gloria D., a performer who would help shape Vegas's lasting image, a performer who had already established herself 12 years ago as the youngest working magician at the age of 7. She had flashy costumes and brand new tricks and illusions that had never been seen before, including making billiard balls disappear and levitating playing cards above the table on stage. Add in her innate penchant for showmanship, and Gloria captivated every single audience that she stood in front of. And where were her audiences this spring? They were at the Rancho Hotel in Las Vegas during a couple-month-long residency for Gloria. She was setting the standard for magic entertainment in the city, and as World War II began to close, Las Vegas was becoming a hot spot for tourism. Along with Gloria, there were a few other magicians who found ways to up the ante and wow audiences in Las Vegas. Jack Codell was one of them. Jack was one of the very first magicians to use birds in his act, and he would vanish and produce parakeets from thin air. However, decades passed and Vegas became the place to see the Rat Pack, Nat King Cole, Judy Garland, among other big stars with big names. Magic took a backseat for a while. See, casino owners wanted to one-up the casinos next to them, and if the casino next to them had a big-name star, they would have to have a big-name star, and so magic just kinda went away, kind of disappeared. But longtime Vegas resident and master magician Johnny Thompson had something to say about this. If you don't know Johnny Thompson, just real quick, he performed as the Great Thompsoni and then later served as advisor to Penn and Teller. Just thought you should know. And so according to Johnny Thompson, there were only 2 magicians who had a residency in Vegas in the 60s. There was Johnny Paul at the Showboat and Jimmy Grippo at the Desert Inn. So while still moderately successful at bringing in guests and making money for the casino, the overwhelming appeal and need for magic just wasn't there anymore. That is, until 2 performers arrived in Las Vegas. You know who they are, and they're here to revolutionize magic. After making a splash in the 60s and absolutely exploding in popularity in the 70s, magicians Siegfried and Roy were here to stay, a Las Vegas staple. To this day, their names are synonymous with Las Vegas. In 1981, Siegfried Fischbacher and Roy Horn opened up their own show at the New Frontier Hotel and Casino. They called that show Beyond Belief. Their powerful showmanship, new illusions, dynamic duo way of doing things, and let's be honest, they used white tigers, it was a lot of spectacle, absolutely set them apart and reunited Vegas's love of magic. Siegfried and Roy demonstrated and then proved that magic could be a lavish, complex, and extravagant art form. Magicians followed in their footsteps, creating their own performances and mounting their own shows at casinos across Vegas, proving that Las Vegas could be a place of mystical wonder just as it was a place of gambling and debauchery. Just to name a few, and in no particular order, you have Vegas staples such as Penn and Teller, David Blaine, Chris Angel, David Copperfield, and so many more, and they're all Vegas residencies. Gloria D set the stage, so to speak, but Siegfried and Roy, what they did, they opened the door, lifted the curtain, and let the floodgate of audience members in, and then they pulled the current state of Las Vegas magic right out of a hat. For a place built on entertainment, extravagance, and spectacle, it's no wonder to me and many others that Las Vegas became a hub for these famous magicians looking to build a bigger show. How exactly has it maintained its massive appeal for so long? Well, there's a few reasons. Las Vegas has a constant demand for entertainment. Millions upon millions of tourists flock the Strip every single year. Yes, they're roaming the casinos looking to gamble, drink, generally have a good time, but what does a mind-bending magic show do if not provide a good time? The existence of cirque shows, burlesque shows, and yes, magic shows just gives the guests another reason to go to Vegas, or if they're already there, a reason to stay and spend more money. And for magicians, this creates a space where they can have 1 or 2 shows a day because they constantly have new audience members being shuffled in and out of the city. They get to hone their craft and create new magic, bigger shows, and they get to stay in one place and get to do really cool creative things. I mean, even in this video, we've talked about the history of Las Vegas magic, and when you have a history like that, who wouldn't want to build an act and build a name in the place with so much great and rich history? Country stars go to Nashville because that's where their idols made their names. Magicians go to Las Vegas because who wouldn't want to study and learn and hone their craft in a place, at a location where the greats that they love came before them? Of course, there's also the factor that makes the world go round, and Las Vegas in particular. You know, money. Everybody wants to hit the jackpot. The magicians are drawn to Vegas the same way that tourists are drawn to gambling. If a magician can make it big in Las Vegas, not only will they have a path to steady employment, but they will also be thrust upon to the world stage, receiving global recognition, opening up even more opportunities for success. Finally, there is this sort of intangible figure to factor into the continued appeal of Las Vegas for magicians, and that is the city's own sort of magical atmosphere. People arrive in Las Vegas expecting the unexpected, and they are prepared to be mystified. It's this sort of electricity that invites excitement, whether you're walking down the Strip, gambling in a casino, or sitting ready to see a magic show. It's there. Las Vegas is a place where people go to escape the monotony of everyday life, to find something weird and different, and magic shows are the perfect place to go to do that. At the end of the day, Las Vegas is inherently magical in and of itself, and that's sort of why it's become a mecca for magic, and hopefully it will continue to be that for many years to come. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Braden Carlisle, and it would mean the world to me if you did like this video to hit that subscribe button. I will be back with more A History of Magic and some really cool other projects that I'm cooking up.